toxic, egotistical. They don't understand what it takes. They see strength, and they call it brute force. They see aggression, but they don't see the truth. They don't see the restraint, the discipline. Aggression is natural, it's primal. It's raw and it's powerful. It's the fire that kept us alive when survival wasn't a choice, but a necessity. That fire, that hunger, that drive to push forward, to fight, to conquer. It's written into your DNA, but society fears it. They want you to sniff it out, to dull the edge, to trade the steel of your will for something softer, safer. But I'm telling you right now, don't let them convince you that strength is a flaw, that power is dangerous, because it's not. Power, when mastered, is purpose. Aggression, when focused, becomes action. Every time you step under the bar, every time you feel the weight pressing down on your shoulders, you have a choice. You can let it crush you, or you can rise. You can embrace the pain, the burn, the fire, and that choice, it's what separates the ordinary from the exceptional. Today, it's leg day. Let me tell you something. Leg day isn't just about building your foundation. It's about proving something to yourself, to the world. Your legs are your pillars, your roots. They're what carry you forward. Through the chaos, through the darkness. You don't just build strength here, you build resilience. You build the power to stand when the weight of the world is trying to bury you. Let's talk about that fire, that aggression. They'll tell you it's dangerous, that it's toxic. They'll try to shame you for it. But they don't understand. It's not the fire that's dangerous. It's the lack of control. An uncontrolled fire burns everything in its path, but a controlled fire, it lights the way, it provides warmth. It's a force for creation, not destruction. So what we're doing here, we're not just lifting weights, we're mastering the fire. Do you feel it? The burn in your quads, your glutes, your calves, that's not just pain. That's the fire, reminding you that you're alive. That's the signal that you're pushing past your limits, breaking down barriers, growing stronger. was a time when I didn't understand this, when I thought strength was just about muscle, about raw power. But strength is so much more than that. Strength is the ability to endure, to take the hits and keep moving, to get knocked down and rise again. I learned that the hard way. I've been broken. I've fallen. I've faced darkness so consuming it felt like I'd never escape. But I did. Because I never stopped moving forward, even when it hurt, even when the weight was unbearable, even when every part of me screamed to give up. That's what you're doing today. You're not just training legs, you're building your foundation. You're proving to yourself that no matter how heavy the weight, no matter how deep the burn, you won't quit, you won't back down. Feel the weight on your shoulders, let it remind you that life doesn't get easier. The world doesn't get lighter, you get stronger. You adapt, you overcome. This isn't just about building muscle, this is about becoming unstoppable. About sharpening the edge they want you to dull. About being a man that doesn't flinch, who doesn't yield, who doesn't apologize for his strength. Let them call it toxic. Let them fear it. They don't understand what it takes to master it, but you do. Because you're here, right now, putting in the work. You're not a beast. You're not a monster. You're a storm. Powerful, controlled, unstoppable. A force of nature with purpose and purpose. Purpose is what separates strength from savagery. It's what makes an aggression an asset, not a liability. It's what turns the fire into a beacon, not a wildfire. Today you prove something, not to them, not to the world, but to yourself. You prove that you can carry the weight, that you can control the fire, that you are not afraid of the pain, the struggle, the burn. This is your moment, your test, your crucible, and when it's done, when the last rep is finished, When the sweat drips from your brow and the fire in your legs burns like never before, you'll know. You'll know that you didn't just survive. You thrived. You didn't just lift weight. You became it, and nothing, no one can take that away from you. The world doesn't need fewer strong men, it needs more. Stronger, smarter, relentless. Be the storm, and when they try to stop you, let them feel the fire. When you leave this gym, when the sweat is dried and your weights are racked, that strength you've built doesn't stay here. It follows you. Into your work, into relationships, into every decision you make. Strength isn't just about lifting the weight, it's about carrying it. The weight of responsibility, of leadership, of knowing you can be a force for something greater than yourself. That's what we're building today. Don't let anyone hold you back. The world doesn't need men who shrink. It needs men who rise. Men who are strong enough to protect, to build, to inspire. Strength isn't toxic. Weakness is. Weakness that just lets injustice thrive. Weakness that lets fear win. Weakness that hides when the fight comes. That's not you. You're here putting in the work, stepping into the fire, and coming out stronger. The world will always try to put weight on your shoulders. But you're the one that carries it. And when they wonder how you do it, how you keep going, how you never fall, they'll never understand it because it's you build the strength when no one must want you. Be the man who rises. Be the storm and Never let them put out your fire.